So, we're going to talk today about these things, tomatoes, but more importantly, tomato diseases, such as this one. So, there's nothing more satisfying than growing a tomato, going and picking it, and then turning it over and realizing, oh no, it's all black on the bottom. What is that? Well, that starts as something that looks like this. Little black spot in the middle. You can see that right there. And it can turn into something that looks like that. Now, that does not look very appealing, does it? This is something we call blossom end rot, because it always affects the bottoms, and you can smell it. It smells. Oh, you could if this were a smelly vision. It's rot. But what do we do about this? Well, the good news is that when blossom end rot's this small, you can just cut that off and eat the rest of the tomato. Now it's going to taste a little mealy, a little heavy, a little meaty, but eat it the same day, it's absolutely fine. This one's gone a little too far. You can already see it's starting to rot all the way down here. So that, if we cut that one open, we're going to see, I'll do it right now, that rot has gone pretty much more than halfway down. Okay, we can see it right here. So what we're going to do with that one, we're actually just going to throw that one away. The good news is that when you see blossom end rot, you're going to see on one or two to start with. It's going to be little ones like that, or like that. Okay, very small. There is a really easy cure for this. Blossom end rot is caused by two things. The first is lack of water. So unless you're giving your tomatoes in the season a good soaking, and I don't just mean a little bit of water every day, a little bit of water, we need a good soaking. The soil can't be dry. So, and what I mean by that is this is soil that's wet. You see there? You can feel it, you can squeeze it a little bit. It's got moisture in it. That's what we want for tomatoes. Unfortunately, in summertime, what we can find is that it can actually be almost very sandy or dry. That's not good. That's going to cause blossom end rot. Okay, so we want it moist to the touch, not soaking wet, not kind of squeezing out water from it, but moist to the touch. If it's dry to the touch, we got to make sure it's wetter than that. Otherwise, we end up with blossom end rot. So the second thing, if we've got a nice moist bed in our tomatoes, same's true of all of that family, so it can happen in cubits. So that's cucumbers, squash, tomatoes. It can happen in all of those. That's blossom end rot can happen in all of them. If it's not moisture, it is calcium deficiency. You might say, well, how do we know? Well, the soil is moist and has been for a while, and is moist almost every day, then it's probably a calcium deficiency. The reason it can also be lack of water is because what plants do, and tomatoes particularly, they use water to draw calcium in. So that calcium deficiency, there's not enough water, they can't draw enough calcium in. Therefore, the first solution is always more water. If that doesn't work, we go to the second cause, which is add more calcium to the soil. Okay? A lot of people will try and sell you all kinds of lotions and potions for your tomatoes for blossom end rot. None of them will work because it's simply caused by one of two things. The first one is water, the second one is calcium. Try water first. Like 90% of the time, it's water that you're lacking, okay? Especially if it's been a dry, hot summer like it has everywhere. So, there we go. You see blossom end rot? Just take these ones away that have it, leave the rest. The nice thing is, it's not going to spread. Blossom end rot does not spread from one tomato to another. If you take away the diseased one, take away the ones that have blossom end rot, the other ones will come on afterwards and they will be absolutely fine so long as you have enough water. So good luck, plenty of water. If that doesn't work, calcium. Very easy cure. Happy gardening. I'm off to get a cup of tea. Toodaloo.